Thanks for joining me. So, a quick note before we dive in. This episode was actually recorded way back in March, before the Elderwood update for Palia was released. During that session, I discovered my mic wasn't working, which meant I needed to go back and do voiceovers. And if I'm being honest, voiceovers always feel a little weird to me, so I procrastinated on editing this one. But after jumping into the beginning of Elderwood, I realized just how important it is to show you the lead-up, the prologue, and the situation before you were introduced to the new area. So, here we are. Thank you for joining me. So where we're picking up is Sabira has officially arrived in town. She's a watcher for the Order, sent here after reports of illegal flow usage, and well, she's not exactly wrong. At first, it seems like a straightforward story. She's tracking the illegal trade of banned flow items, but pretty quickly things escalate. She's been appalled by the lack of security around the temples and decided to do something about it. She installed new protection measures, and surprise, the alarms are tripped just last night. Now we're teaming up to investigate what has happened, and this episode picks up right as you were stepping into the temple to find out what's going on. Nothing seems to be amiss. How curious. Oh, I'm glad you could join me. Why did you want to see me? When I arrived in Kilima, I made a point of asking Gina about your work in these temples. She explained your efforts in uncovering your people's past. However, it is my job to ensure those efforts are safe for both you and the community. After all, as a human, these ruins are your birthright, and as a watcher, I can't ignore them. Does that mean I get access to all the Order's secrets? Anything that I'm privy to, and that is pertinent to the investigation, I will be able to share with you. I want this to be an equal partnership between you and the Order. Oh, well, let's be partners. I'm glad you are so open to a partnership. The first thing I did upon arriving in Kilima was place sensors in the ruins scattered across the area. My intention was simply to ensure no strange actors were attempting to interfere with them. You and the residents of Kilima are all registered as friends within its parameters. Sometimes after the party last night, the sensors in the Temple of the Waves were triggered. By the time I arrived to investigate, there was no one here. That's what's strange. The sensors indicated someone entered, but not that they left. Rather than rush in alone, I decided to wait for you. Well, let's go check it out. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I suggest caution. Anything could be inside. I'll go first to ensure there's nothing waiting for us in the main chamber. Please follow shortly.
Fear not. The Order has arrived.
I do not sense anyone else in the area. I believe it is safe for the time being. You may rest easy and focus on the investigation. I will stay on guard here. Should anything happen, I'll respond immediately. Otherwise, let me know if you find any clues. Keep an eye out for anything that has changed in the temple since your last visit. New passageways, strange ruins, and the like. And that statue said the chamber was added for your protection. Do not give up your faith. The king shall free us when it's safe, and our people will roam the land again. And I'm so sorry. I know the recording, me talking and narrating is off from what she's talking. It's because I didn't give myself enough time to read it when I was playing through, so. Yep. And, oh my goodness, we're supposed to remember what's changed. I hope it's obvious, because that was so long ago. And honestly, I barely remember what I had for breakfast, and that was like an hour ago.
For the good of all Palia. Illegal materials.
So, our intruder came through the main temple entrance. Clearly this room was their destination, but why? And how did they know it existed when we did not? Well, we know they can read ancient human. It's a rare skill, though becoming less so with your people's reemergence. It's also possible they had some kind of translator with them. I can see a structure on that raised platform. Perhaps you should check there?
We are here to protect you. Ah. Oh.
such vast spaces locked away for millennia. Well, did you discover anything of use? Tell her what we found.
Anything in the
So within
pursuit
the
of
last day, someone
justice.
broke into this previously undiscovered part of the temple to disengage the lockdown on something called the Cosmos Protocol. I understand that things were done a little differently in Kilima before I arrived, but no one's used to the Order oversight on their actions. But we don't know what kind of danger the ancient humans sealed away. Unknown individuals tampering with millennial-old protocols makes me wary. But what if they're friendly? I appreciate your optimism, but I've seen too much to share it. Without knowing who this person is, it's impossible to determine their intentions. And there's something to be said for their secrecy, especially considering I sensed unauthorized magic use in this temple. The runestone you found contains traces of our mystery visitor's flow signature. I should be able to attune it to discover where they went. The trail fades somewhere in Bahara Bay, heading towards the flooded fortress. Given their actions here, it would be safe to assume their next target is the Temple of the Flames. Right into
Fear
the
not,
fire.
the order has arrived.
I picked the stranger's flow signature back up as soon as we entered. We're on the right path. It is difficult to say how long ago the magic was cast. They appear to have obscured the trail as best they could. Which means we must remain on our guard. As before, I will remain vigilant while you investigate. Bad news. I think I've read this, but the king has decreed this space needs to be better defended from the threats to our people. That means new security measures. You may notice the glowing flow-infused eye above the entry space. Provides a vision of the room directly to our royal guards so they can respond to any sort of attack. Word has it that the west cooling channels will also be converted in some way. Expect some disruptions to your work schedule. I sort of recall this, and I sort of don't. Set of sooty footprints. Perhaps the intruder headed this way. Grumbling discontent, the Kitsu sighs in his sleep. The light keeps shifting. All the Cosmos Protocol stuff has the rest of the engineers on edge. I don't think my vague reassurances are working anymore. I had to install that new console the other day and set up this ridiculous procedure to even access the damn thing. Everyone keeps asking when the king's gonna stop by and explain things, but I don't have the heart to tell him. I don't think he's coming. Things have been silent since the mirror. Anyways, I was fiddling with the key to the new console today when Vitus snatched it right out of my hands. He must have thought it was a bone or something because he went running off. By the time I chased him down, it was too late to stop him from dropping the thing right into the pyrophil pipes. The key is fireproof, but there's no way I'm tugging one of those safety suits on to go fish it out. Besides, the minister told us to make sure no one could access the Cosmos console. Guess if the puzzle and procedures don't stop them, a missing key certainly will. I miss Anima. I think I'll go visit her before the world ends, if they'll let me out of this place. Spent fly runestone. Perhaps they used it to bypass the locked door. A trial of courage. I remember figuring all of this out before. Like, we had to hit those in a specific order. guys, are you still down there inspecting that, you weirdos? You could leave the area. It's been probably half a year. I think, what is it talking about? Talking about this? Oh, wait, I get it. I get it. I was like, why is there a fishing symbol right there? And then,
Loyalty is a virtue of
so
the
much effort to
Republic.
hide a single console. What could the Cosmos Protocol be? Could it be connected to that staff? That is not a terrible hypothesis, but we do not have enough information to confirm it yet. Come, let us make it past this obstacle and see what lies beyond. And as I see a brazier up ahead, you should take these spare arrows just in case. Girlfriend, I am loaded with arrows. Thank you. That's terrifying. Security measures indeed. I don't like this. Oh. Alright. It was just a simple jump and I still couldn't do it. Scaring me like that. I appreciate it. Oh. Why? Why is the jump over one so hard? Or is it just me? Might be just me. I mean, we can't discount that. I was trying. If I remember right, my entire gameplay of this game is me making everything extra complicated. Safe mode engaged. User error. Welcome user error protocols. Mirror protocol flow wall enabled. Cosmo protocol lockdown and disengaged to re-enable contact in admin. Safe mode engaged. Welcome user error. Messages. 0 messages available. Hephacetes. Disengage mirror protocol successful. Negative. So many days. Standby successful. Recipient anema. Failure. Disengage the lockdown. Oh, someone disengaged the lockdown. Entering standby mode.
The order is here for
You have a knack for adventuring. Thanks to your hard work, I was able to follow behind. Though I dodged the lasers on my own, the amount of flow wasted on keeping those running for so long. Well, we can deal with that later. For now, what have you found? Another lock disengaged, and we continued to be half a day behind the culprit. While you were navigating the temple, I discovered a few things myself. A pile of items the Kitsu might have collected from the culprit. There are potions and a bracelet. I have some thoughts on potential suspects, but we still lack crucial evidence. In any case, I have picked the trail back up, and they have headed in the direction of the Temple of the Gales. Come, let us waste no time. Okay, so I did the Temple of Gales, but there's another one that I haven't done. I actually remember now why I haven't done it. I actually think I rage quit. Sort of. It was very, very buggy for me, and I could not continue on. Like, there was a lot of screen tears, and you had to time your jumps or something along that line. And I couldn't do it, and I was like, I am done. Like, there was just a lot of things that was going wrong at the same time, so I kind of just, like, noped myself out and then just never came back. Okay, I know where I am.
Fear not, the order has arrived.
The feeling of the flow still hangs heavy in the air here. The intruder is still either here or was very, very recently. They stopped trying to cover their tracks as well, so whoever they are, they're in a rush. Come, perhaps we can intercept them. Stay on your guard.
Illegal materials can and will be confiscated.
We've missed them once more. Still, it seems they've gotten pretty sloppy. Look at the feathers gathered about. Perhaps you can retrace their path. Actually, I was wrong. No, I did do this one. I completed it. Two silver birds I went to seek and then observed for 2 long weeks. The first laid 2 eggs every dawn, and her daughter every night laid 1. But both to the sky did take, when a 2-egg omelet I did make. vaguely recall this from doing this. Most of the pages seem to be damaged by wind and talons, but there are a few entries that remain legible. Runestone, potions, hiking heels. He's right. If there is a cure, the humans will know of it. They locked most of their knowledge away behind these ridiculous puzzles. Some of the new humans have begun to uncover their secrets. They must get there first or risk discovery. Page appears. Temple of Waves has a quiet beauty to it that reminds me of the bay at dusk. If I were not in such a rush, I would stay and see what secrets still remain locked away. Temple can follow to the pyroflow it houses for all I care. Heat's made my foundation run right off my face. Blasted Kitsu. So, a feminine. Let's see. The next words cover it in heavy bold. 40 eggs. The rest of the journal is blank. Discarded mug, some expensive tea, rather luxurious rug. Who would take something so nice to camp?
Fear not, the order has
Seems our
arrived.
intruder spent quite a bit of time in this temple. I suppose they struggled to locate all the eggs. Have you found anything of note? Here's what I found. I find it hard to believe, even in the rush, our intruder would leave their diary behind. The feathers and talon marks tell a different story, in fact. I think the Silverwings may not have taken kindly to their eggs being treated so roughly. Thus, they seized the intruder's property in turn. I imagine the birds will be most grateful to have their offspring returned. But first, I ask that you turn the clues you discovered over to me. Oh, we'll hand over everything. Gold and starstones. I can't imagine they found much use for these. And neither do I. Why don't you hold on to these for safekeeping? Return the eggs to console door. Let's see. Protocols, mirror protocol flow wall enabled. Lockdown. Menu. Messages. Drafts. Where are you? The gales have lost power. The flow gate's down. I'm scared. Asta, please tell me you're alright. Tell me we fix this. Tell me there's hope. Oh no. User Anima.
Anything to report?
I suppose the Cosmos Protocols has been disengaged here as well. Well, how'd you guess? Just a hunch. They slipped out from right under our noses. Well, I do not need to activate tracking. Do not need to activate tracking to guess where they're headed next. Only one temple remains. Hopefully, the gardener proves as much trouble for them as he did for you. Come, we'll meet in the Temple of the Roots. Oh, thank goodness, because that is the one that I was struggling with. So hopefully we'll get through that. Abba, I hope you were safe. I'm sorry I couldn't be at your side as you finished the 4 temples. But this is something I have to do. The king has done nothing but about these terrible creatures, and it's time to take matters into our own hands. I'll send this letter when I'm done, so you know I'm on my way back. First scroll. I know we're having a bit of a... So over in the mines... Guess we'll go back that way. Okay, what? Head inside the temple. Make your way to the first mysterious chamber on the right. That leads to the first maze. Then enter the maze from the left side and make a right. Oh my gosh. Alba, finally, something is happening. There was a great rumbling under the palace. The city is rebelling. I feel I have to do something. I hope your project is going good, too. The structures you're building are sure to keep people safe from those horrid creatures. That said, I think Temple of the Flames is a fine name. You always had a way with words. I had to have walked right past that. I swear to you. I'm so disappointed in myself. Okay. Well, there you be.
Loyalty is a virtue of the
last
Republic.
temple. I understand you, Enor, and Hekla made contact with the Galder who supposedly runs this place. This gardener is all-seeing, as you say. He must know if someone has passed through. You and he are already acquainted, so I think it's best if you lead the conversation. But I don't remember that, because I don't remember finishing this. Yeah, I don't think I finished this, guys. I think, if I remember right, I glitched out horribly and got really mad. My young Galder's progress is continuing smoothly. He seems to have truly taken to his oneness to heart and has been attempting to understand the principles behind creation. He asked me how and what humans create. In a moment of sentimentality, I told him that sometimes people will write poetry. Thinking nothing of it, I continued working on my latest experiment when he presented me a poem written for me. Imagine that. His poem is certainly not perfect, but I think I'll keep it inside my desk nonetheless. Hey, he's trying his best. I have made another incredible breakthrough. As such, I suppose it is time to begin recording my achievements for my eventual inevitable memoir. After months of iteration and tuning, the mechanical arm I designed is finally finished. During today's test run, it assembled an entire Galder body. Now all that is left is to give the arm a body of its own. I can see it now, another university hall named after me. This time, Vyra, inventor of the self-replicating Galder. Self-replicating? That doesn't sound like the bestest idea I've ever heard. I'm being nosy and seeing if there's any chests hidden if you're curious. This morning I put the final touches on my magnum opus, the ruins that would bring him to life. He's a curious thing, constantly asking me questions. He even asked where humans came from. Of course, I will be teaching him everything I know, so he may surpass the Galder I created before. Then I gave him his task to create new Galder. He successfully assembled a fully posable torso in under 2 minutes. That we had a working robot nanny in 5. Once he has proven himself, I will allow him to imbue them with a oneness like his own. Imagine a world where Galder create themselves. Humanity would never have to work again. Can we not? Nothing back here. This is really pretty and also very terrifying. Look. Secret depths. Find a way to open the door. I will in a minute. Flow tree. Unchoppable flow trees.
Welcome.
This is an alternate entrance, but I have confirmed the presence of a Galder inside. I wonder how our new companion has found themselves adjacent to this location.
I sense there are many more fish who wish to be caught.
This is the gardener speaking. Welcome to my facility. I see you have responded to my request. Please bring the additional pyroflow to the door so I may catalog it. How can I get you some? Acquiring pyroflow is not my oneness. It is yours. I will not instruct you how to do so. Nevertheless, you do not appear to have my delivery. As a result, I cannot restart the garden to create more Galder. Accessing protocol rune workings error. Scanning local flow network. Are you aware that one of your companions is malfunctioning? I'm not malfunctioning, I'm out of shape. I sense you are deflecting with humor. Please be direct with me to facilitate easier conversations. Constructor model 20,000 or 20983 contains multiple onenesses. This is an unacceptable error. Ooh, the vertically gifted one. Do you understand the concept of onenesses? Absolutely. Then you are aware having multiple onenesses can lead to emotional distraction. Galder can only sustain a single oneness. It is not a manyness. If he is not fulfilling his oneness, what purpose does he serve? He catches delicious fish. I am unfamiliar with the sensation of delicious, for I have no mouth. Neither does he. You do not understand. I created your companion. His malfunction reflects poorly on me. Mother will have me decommissioned. The constructor must be purged and started anew. He will inconvenience you no further. Everything you just said is illogical. I am illogical. No, you are emotional. You will understand once it is done. Accessing override protocol, constructor model. Not to worry, it'll be fixed soon. I do not advise trying to stop me, but you are welcome to attempt it.
Your company is pleasing.
Error? Enor, what's happening? I am...
Oh. This chat was pleasing.
Greetings, human.
I am very concerned for our companion. Eglo, what's happening? It seems that the gardener may be too dedicated to his oneness. He is attempting to reset Enor's eternal rune workings to their factory settings. He may control the facility, but he cannot commit physical harm to humans. If we can find the gardener's core, he will not be able to stop us from severing his connection to the flow network. How do we get inside?
Oh,
The gardener's connection is already unstable. Now that he has moved to another part of the facility, I can force the door open. You will need to go ahead alone and find a flowstone gateway to get us in. In the meantime, I will do what I do best. Take care of our people.
Goodbye, human.
Thank you, Hekla. I've been extended an offer I simply cannot refuse. I've taught my young Galder all I can, and I am leaving him in charge of this factory. To my surprise, I feel a little regret abandoning him this way. Perhaps this is how a parent would feel leaving a child, but a human child will have the self-determination to follow me. At least I am leaving him with a name, Gardener, with the hope that something promising will grow out of my efforts. So you created him and then you left him. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, that's one way to do it. I think I'm gonna die. Shoot. Alright, here we do it. No, I freaked out. Mother flipper. Alright, down we go. Oh. Oh. Well, that would have been nice to notice before. Alright, well. Trying to see like whatever it is that it wants me to see. Oh, buddy. Vera, I hope you will consider my offer and come work by my side. I am opening a new office in the administration to track and manage global flow usage, and I can't think of anyone more qualified than you. I promise I will make it worth your while, and you'll finally receive the accolades you've always deserved. Besides, I need someone whom I can trust. Do you think Titus will be a suitable replacement to take care of this facility after you have left? I hate this. I hate this a lot. Okay, well that wasn't terribly bad. But I bet I'm missing like a shit ton of secrets. Do you think? Visually, it's super cool though. Mother has told me she must leave, but not when she will return. I wonder where she has gone, what she is doing. I hope she is content. Before Mother left, she told me I can never make a Galder with the same oneness that I have. This means I will always be special. I will do the best job I can and make as many Galder as I can, so she'll be proud when she comes back. Oh, buddy. That was like eons ago, wasn't it?
We are here to keep you safe.
The secret of this gardener must hold, ancient as he is. Unfortunately, he seems loath to share. One must wonder if there's something in the Galder's rune working that prevents them from speaking such things aloud.
I have been practicing my greeting ritual. We must repeat this experience in the near future.
Yes, human?
Excellent work. Hopefully we are not too late. What do I do? Hit the largest button on the gardener's control panel, or all of them. Eventually one will disconnect him from the flow network.
I must return to my Gina.
Let us engage in the act of luring
Did that fix you?
fish together.
Transfer incomplete. No backup protocol detected. How are you?
Really? I must be going. I have many guilds.
Do you require assistance?
Did that work? He's still speaking gibberish. It appears the update to Enner's rune workings has halted, but he is incapable of restoring functions on his own. We will need to extract the reversal protocols from the gardener's rune workings. I want to try reasoning with him. It seems your oneness may be helping others too. Please be careful and remember, I am proud of you.
Tell me if you require anything.
I'm proud of me. You have interrupted my process. Your companion is now stuck with an in-progress update. Why have you come here? Why are you hurting Enor? I am not the one who has hurt him. The humans who affected his oneness did. Do you wish for your companion to suffer? He is adrift in questions and emotions he barely understands. I can take those problems away from him. He will be content. You're taking away his free will. I suppose, but by asking me to stop, you're taking away mine. It is a paradoxical argument. The perspective of Galder appears to be inconceivable to a human. What is wrong with helping those I created reach fulfillment? Mother did that for me. Where is your mother now? She is gone. Your emotional state might be compelling you to take action today, but one day it will separate you from the constructor. You will change and decide to cast your companion aside, or you will expire just like the others. He will be alone and he will suffer. Those sorts of actions define human and Galder relationships. It's about the journey before that. For that journey to matter, we must grow from it, and yet Galder are not designed to grow. You cannot possibly understand the damage your friendship will do to his oneness. Relationships help us evolve. That is true. Onenesses are not supposed to develop and change, and yet due to human relationships, they can. If I do not make mistakes and I created this Galder's oneness, then I suppose that is how a oneness should function. I promise what happened to you won't happen to Enar. Fine, you are right. My creator may not have anticipated the ability for a oneness to evolve, but I have begun to think it may not be a bad thing. I will repair the constructor. He will be more or less the same as when you entered this place. I have much to think on. Please depart.
I assume fishing is also your
How may I
oneness.
assist you, my helpful companion? Hey, are you okay? Thank you for cushioning my onenesses from harm during this time of need. For cushioning. I do not carry angry emotional resonances toward the gardener for his actions. He was left behind by humans, much like I have been. Perhaps one day he will begin to comprehend a new oneness.
I shall store this conversation in my rune working.
State your business. I have already had my time wasted once today. I am looking for a mysterious stranger. All of you mortals are strange to me, especially the purple ones. Now I suggest you vacate the premises. I am occupied. Occupied with what? I am watching the shrubs in the atrium grow. All I need is a description. It appears this information is valuable to you. Perhaps I would be amenable to a trade. What do you want? As you should be aware, I am able to interface with any hub on my network. However, all currently active hubs are confined within the garden. To put it simply, I find myself affected by the doldrum nature of my continuous existence. That's called boredom, bud. So you went to People Watch? Not necessarily. I simply wish to observe how the world has changed since the garden was active. I will provide you with a hub connected to the Flow network. You will place this hub somewhere entertaining. Should I find myself entertained enough, I will give you the answers you seek. Seems fair. Let's do this. Yes, humans often enjoy equivalent exchanges of goods and services for the benefit of both. I would like to see how the land outside the garden has changed. Place my hub somewhere high up with a view of the area. Ensure there is a view of the aqueduct if it still stands.
Illegal materials can and
I heard your
will be
conversation with the
confiscated.
gardener. It appears you must entertain his requests. Well, at least you must. I will remain here and look for another evidence. Make haste. Every moment longer is another the intruder may use to escape. Oh, this was a really easy one. Like really easy, shockingly easy. The lighthouse, I'm going to guess. Yeah, lighthouse. I don't really want to use my special arrows just to hunt them. Especially when you figure I don't particularly need them. I see. Based on the map I have in my data stores, this was once the heart of a bustling human city. Over there were the shipyards, and here the atrium. The aqueduct brought flow from the power plant wherever it was needed. Now, this area is quiet. Very well. The Silver Wing Labs are next. Ensure I can observe every island in the area. Where? Oh, over here. Okay. The Silverwing population remains intact, though many have migrated in the intervening years. And the islands remain upright. We shall see how long they can last when they finally fall. I've completed my survey of the area. Take me to the university now. I believe the constructor Ina refers to it as Kilima. Somewhere that I may observe these new purple entities your caretaker calls the Majuri. Oh, well, hello.
What are you doing?
I didn't know if you'd actually be home. I was just in the area and I thought I'd stop by. Hey, it's always good to see you. Really? Oh, that's a relief. I thought maybe you'd be annoyed, but I just don't want to be home right now. Hey, what happened? Dad still won't let me back into the mines. I've done everything I can prove to him I'm responsible, but he just won't hear it. He's treating me like I'm a baby. Like I don't understand the danger, but I do. I really do. Want me to fight him? What? I don't think that'd help anything. Trust me, I've argued with him enough. Besides, he's always saying that actions speak louder than words, so maybe it's time I stop listening to his. Here, look, I got this design for a safety suit. If I make this, maybe he'll realize I'm taking it seriously? I need your help getting some of the materials. I'm not the best at aiming, and buying them from the store is pretty expensive. If you get them all and just drop by Bahari, I promise I'll make it worth your while.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll bring it. Don't worry, buddy. Oh, she's in the library. Blah.
I have a question every decision you've
Glad
ever
you stopped
made.
by. I was wondering how you were doing.
just
I
me,
found more scrolls. Oh, let's read them right away. Read Gina the scrolls. These letters keep mentioning a terrible creatures. It's kind of vague, and my other documents don't have any obvious clues. We'll just have to keep looking until we find more. This is exciting. Here, take this. I think the temple's puzzle was hiding something. I doubt it's just one thing. Humans had a lot of secrets, and many we don't know about. The Academy may know more, but they won't be forthcoming. We'll have to do our own research. What do you think it is? I don't know. When humans disappeared, a lot of their records went with them. I think these places may be the key to the truth of it all. Does flow mix with other elements? I read myths about unique types of flow outside of that. If flow is really in the water around here, it would explain a lot.
Sorry, didn't mean to take up your time.
No, you're fine, girlfriend. You're fine. All right. Allow me to observe. The tall one with the strange hair. Why do they keep excreting sadness liquid from their ocular ducts every 5 minutes? Making art can be overwhelming. Art, an illogical waste of limited time mortals have on this planet. Why does he not simply pick a less maddening profession? Many humans I observed during my time also displayed the same illogical behavior. The short fuzzy creature with the gold. Is that also a type of Majiri or some sort of evolved Kitsu? That's Ziki. He's a Grumlican. Grumlicans. Ah, your constructor had information about them in his rune workings. An alien species that came to Palia 400 years ago on a crash-landed super yacht. They appear to have integrated well into modern society. So, there are more intelligent species, some similar in appearance to the humans, and ones less so. All functioning in harmony, unaware of the loss they have constructed their towns on top of. You may bring the hub back to the garden now. I will provide you with the information you seek.
Are you in need of sustenance?
Are you ready to depart? I am eager to see my Gina. Isn't there supposed to be a sliding puzzle? Ah, yes. I did not realize you desired it. It has been behind that door the entire time. If you had asked sooner, I would have given you access. Please solve it at your leisure. I do enjoy watching you deliberate.
Tell me if you require anything.
I know, I'm sorry. There's like 3 quests going on at the same time. I don't mean to make you crazy. New job! Whoopee! I was excited, but Vera's promotion has really annoyed the other overseers. I can't imagine the drama that's going on between them all. Hopefully I can get through this and get promoted myself without anything eventful happening. The gardener seems to handle most of the day-to-day operations here anyway. Vera came by today to assess us for the Cosmos Protocol. Great! Guessing she's got a bit of a chip on her shoulder about this place. She told me to wall off the garden entirely and put the puzzle in my office. She didn't even bother speaking with the gardener while she was here. I almost feel bad for him. Whatever, at least whoever comes to activate the protocol won't have to deal with the fallout. I'll just have to, again. P.S. If you're reading this way down the line, maybe stop back there and say hello to the gardener. He's a bit rigid, but he's an okay guy overall. Ooh. Seriously, almost came back. world outside the garden has changed in many ways, and in others remain the same. Illogical actions, petty dramas, nonsensical architectural styles, and no new gardener for now, and we now lack the ability to create more, a dwindling supply of guardians. However, I still remain, as do the secrets I safekeep. An intruder came into the garden just before you, yes. They were heavily cloaked and bypassed all my security measures, using flow. They sought to disengage the Cosmos Protocol. As I am an administrative consul within the garden, they required my permission. I did not grant it. There were certain requirements that must be active to override the last lock to the protocol. They are not currently met. What is the Cosmos Protocol? You do not have the correct authorization to obtain that information. What I can divulge is that it's set in place as a contingency plan should things go awry. Okay, who were they? As I stated earlier, they were heavily cloaked, but with cloth and flow. When they spoke, their voice was distorted. I've been programmed to understand these factors imply their intentions are less than pure. Okay, what happened next? The intruder attempted to use the authority to override my protocols, by which I mean they tried to break through my flow walls to disable the protocol themselves. They were forced to stop, I assume, when they sensed you and the other one approaching. By the time I recovered, you were standing before my main hub, and the intruder fled through the back doors. I appreciate the time you have brought me. As you placed the hub outside, I took the liberties of upgrading my flow walls to better protect against the vulnerabilities that were exposed. You may now vacate the premises.
Illegal materials can and will be confiscated.
They were right under our noses, and I missed it. It is a relief to hear the protocol remains intact, but that does little to ease the sting of failure. There is no trail to follow from here. They must have finally figured out how to cloak themselves from me. I do, however, have a few ideas on how to proceed. You mentioned suspects? Yes, I did, and I have some thoughts on who it might be. We know they are not a resident of Kilima village, or someone who spends any meaningful amount of time here. We also know they are well versed in the use of flow and are capable of carving their own runestones. And we also know they are looking to keep a low profile and stay under the nose of the Order. Either they are an outsider interloper who somehow discovered the existence of these temples, or... Who do you think it was? Tamala. When I first arrived in Kilima, I made it a point to introduce myself to everyone at the welcome party. Tamala was in attendance, and she seemed reluctant to divulge any personal information, and spoke in circles about her profession. It was as if she thought herself a powcat, and I the ship runt under her paw. We'll need more evidence to convict. You are correct, but it is the new direction to take the investigation. You have done more than enough work for me already. It will be better if I take the next part of this alone, so as not to tip her or any other suspects off. You've proven yourself an invaluable partner, and should I have any updates, I will ensure you the first to know. Take care of yourself until then, yes. Yay! Nope. This place not make any sense to me. Okay, I think I'm going this way. Alright, I think I'm going to leave you guys here, and I will bring you back while we figure out what is next for us. I think I am pretty close to being done and ready for next month's update, so